Hello, friends. Hello, hello. I think I finally made it. Let me know if you're on, if you can hear me, see me. Join me to get spooky tonight. All right. Looks like we're okay. Timothy! Okay, my night is good. You're here. Hi. What is going on? I'm so excited you're here. Hi, Amy. Amy just on YouTube tonight. I'm on live for Brutus Monroe tonight on their YouTube channel. I'm taking it over. Getting spooky tonight. Hi, everybody. We're having some horrible weather. So we had some technical difficulties, but I made it. I'm just trying to get myself situated here. Trying to move the camera so you guys don't see the pajama bottoms that I have on. Hi, Carmen. Wow, thanks everybody for joining me. Whew, what a night. I can tell y'all it has been a day. I barely made it back in the door just in time. Good thing I had everything ready to go from earlier. I hope everybody is doing okay with this weather. I hope my crafty friends in Florida are doing okay. And I am just excited to be here. I started, as you can see on my card, because I couldn't wait. So throughout the day in between work while I was waiting, I was starting to play around. Hi, Shannon. Hey, Darren. Oh my gosh, the gang's all here. I'm diving in because I'm excited and I can't wait to get some crafting on. So my house is currently under a major renovation and everything is very displaced and there's no place to move because there's boxes and things everywhere. So it has been hard for me to get crafty time in because there's like literally no place to go. So I'm excited that I finally made some time and I'm here and I'm live and I'm gonna share something fun with you guys tonight. Hi, Misfit Crafter. How's it going? Is Misfit Crafter, is that Arlene? I can't remember. I'm sorry if it's not Arlene, but I feel like that is Arlene, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. Okay, I'm diving in because I am so excited. From the very first moment that Christopher did a live with this stencil, I was in LOVE because I love Halloween and I love spooky potions and what's more fun. So I have a card tonight we're going to make using this stencil and I'm really excited about it. So we're going to do all sorts of spooky stuff. I just thought this would be so fun to create all these little bottles and then put different spooky things in them, right? So that's what we're going to do. So I want to start with my background first because I want to give that time to dry. So we're going to make a slimline tonight. I've got everything pre-cut. Now this is, I'm going to make my background with some Chroma Mist sprays. This is Brutus Monroe cardstock. This was their whitewash colors. So it kind of has some speckles in it, but this is not glossy. This is just a plain cardstock. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is because if you haven't played with Chroma Mists, this is a Chroma Mist spray. One of my favorite things about the Chroma Mist is that depending on what surface you put it on, it has a different effect. So just something to keep in mind if you use them. If you're using it on shiny, on smooth, whatever kind of paper it is, you always get something different. I always like to do a light mist of water first. And I'm going to start with blue violet. I'm going for like some spooky Halloween, spooky ooky colors, okay? So I'm just going to spray on this color. And then I'm going to go in with neon green, green glow it's called. And this is just going to give us some spook. So I'm going to do a couple of sprays and I'm going to kind of let those colors run together. Maybe I'm just going to hit it with a little bit more water, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm just going to let that dry. I'm going to set that aside. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? So when you get the wet on wet, everything starts to blend together. And you can even, if you really saturate it, you can roll it around and kind of get your colors to move. But I think that looks pretty cool. So I'm going to leave that. And I'll set that aside to dry. And let's talk about our potion bottles. So what I've decided to do with this stencil. First, let me explain the stencil. This is called Potion Bottles. What a great name. Am I right? So this stencil, oh my God, I love it so much. I love it. All right, can I just tell you guys, I messaged Shannon the other day and I'm like, is it okay if I do Halloween for the live? Because I so badly wanted to use this potion bottle stencil. And when she said it was okay, I yelped out loud. Like, read my message and was like, woohoo! I love it. I think this is so cool. So what's so cool about this stencil is we have all these awesome different bottles. And then when you look down here, this is what's going to go inside the bottles. And there's an outline, an etched outline, so that you can line it up and then you get your stuff like perfectly inside the bottles. So I thought it would be fun to, Timothy says, great stencil, I can see it for perfume or cologne, right? Like, I feel like it doesn't just need to be Halloween. There's so many cool things you can do with this. So what I did is I traced them on aqua pigment paper. I just set it down on my paper, took my pencil, right? And I traced it. So I already did that. I tried to do some steps to keep things moving along because I didn't want to keep you guys all night. As you can see, I already started painting a couple with my aqua pigments. So I'm going to put my pigment palette on my mat. Guys, it's like spooky quiet here tonight. First of all, it's like storming like crazy, rain and all that. And I drove Lucas, my son, to my parents' house. And as I was coming home, I noticed all the power went out in their town and it was so spooky. So I called my dad and I'm like, do you want me to come back and get Lucas? And Lucas was like, nope, I'm staying. So my husband and my daughter went out. So I'm home, just me and the dog, crafting away. It's rainy, it's windy, it's foggy. It's a perfect spooky night to make spooky potion bottles. And what's so cool, the kids don't have school tomorrow. So Lily and I are going to have like a late movie night, and I'm excited for that. So that was some pink aqua pigment. I already painted a couple of these with, this one was blue-green, this one was yellow-green, violet, yellow-orange. I just squeezed some pink. I needed 6 bottles total. So we're going to do a slim line. Oh yeah, I think I mentioned that before when I showed you guys. Oh, Shannon says, Timothy, she bought that in mind too, to do perfume bottles, bought it with that in mind. So this is green. I'm just getting my aqua pigments. We're going to paint. Crafters think outside the box. Amy, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to watch. We might just watch our show that we've been binging. We've been binging Switched at Birth. So I don't know if we're going to do that or if Miss Lily wants to watch a movie. So we'll see. So I am just painting these bottles in very simple with my aqua pigments. I'm doing one layer with water on my brush to get a lighter color. And like I said, I just traced that. The only thing you guys are going to have to bear with me is I'm going to fussy cut all these. But I'm a pretty quick fussy cutter, so it shouldn't be that bad. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to... For sure, Timothy, I've seen that show. It's so good. I watched it a few years ago, and then her and I needed something to watch. And, you know, there are some subjects, matters that go a little bit above her head. But, you know, we do okay. So that's it. If you saw what I just did, I did a watery layer first, and then while it was still wet, I took the aqua pigment not mixed with water and just went back to throw some darks in. And I think I'm going to do a green on this one. This should be like a little bit of a different green. our spooky potion bottles. So, okay, here's my big question for tonight. I want to know who's dressing up for Halloween and what are you being? And I'll tell you why this is so important to me. Halloween is my absolute favorite holiday. Most of you know that. I know Amy knows it because Amy is on my lives and I probably talk about it all the time. I got married on Halloween. I love Halloween so much. Every year, my husband and I throw a big neighborhood Halloween bash. We give away prizes to, we do like best costume for adults, best costume for kids. We give goodie bags to the kids. We have tons of food. I hire somebody to watch kids and do games and crafts with them so that the parents can enjoy themselves. We put a tent outside. Like, we go big. We really love Halloween. Well, this year, I'm calling it, I don't know if you guys remember the Christmas movie, but I'm calling it the year that Halloween never came because the renovations are not going to be done in time, and that weekend Lily has a wedding. So there's no Halloween this year. So yeah, I'm pretty bummed about that. So I want to know, I'm like living vicariously through everybody. So I decorated my dresser in my room because usually I do the whole house inside and out. I put up a spooky village. We do all kinds of decorations. But we can't do it this year. So I decorated my dresser and I wanted, well, you know what though? I'm going to tell you something that is kind of cool. This year we're going to do a trunk or treat, and Lily has never done a trunk or treat because we always have the party. So we never go to the trunk or treat. So this year, that is something that's really cool and exciting. We're going to do a trunk or treat. Okay. Now, before we start adding stuff into our potion bottles, I want to fast forward my background because I want to stencil some stars on this. So I'm going to grab the heat gun and I'm going to heat this. Let a little color come off, and I'm going to heat this so that we can do some stars. I know we're going a little bit back and forth, but you know, when we need to have things dry and wait for them to dry, that's what you got to do. Hang on a second. My cord was caught on the chair. All right. So tell me if you're dressing up for Halloween and what your costume is going to be. My friend is having a mystery dinner, so I'll dress as a detective for that. Ooh, Timothy, like Sherlock Holmes detective, like with the pipe and the vest and the hat and the whole thing, because that would be awesome and I want to see pictures. Amy says, my best friend also loves Halloween best. We may dress as crayons. I love that. I think the crayons are so cute. So we usually do a family costume. So last year we were the Scooby-Doo gang. The year before that we were the Addams family with a twist. I was Gomez and my husband was Morticia, and it was awesome. That was a lot of fun. We've done the Wizard of Oz. We did Alice in Wonderland. That was a few years ago, and Lily was the Queen of Hearts, and I can tell you that she was the best Queen of Hearts because, of course, you know, crafter, scrapbooker, when the family are in their costumes. Oh, Timothy, I can't wait to see it. That's awesome. I always do like a little photo shoot. So when we did the Alice in Wonderland photo shoot, my husband was the Mad Hatter, and my son was the Rabbit, and I was Alice. I was a brunette Alice though, and Lily was the Queen of Hearts, and Lily was screaming. She was 4. Yeah, she was 4 years old, and she was screaming, "Off with their heads!" It was awesome. So yeah, so this year, unfortunately, no family costume, but the kids are doing something kind of cute. Lily is dressing up as a police officer, and Lucas is dressing up as an inmate. So I like that at least they're doing a costume together, and I don't know. We're just going to do a trunk or treat, so I don't know if my husband and I are going to dress up. But that's the other thing. I have to think of a good trunk or treat idea. Hi, Donna. How are you? Thanks for joining. We're doing a spooky ooky potions card. I am like going all in on Halloween because, as I was telling everybody, this is the year that Halloween never came because my house is under renovation and we can't do Halloween. Also, just, you know, the other thing is my daughter is in a wedding on Halloween weekend. So we were going to have it another weekend, but that's okay. A jail for trunk or treat. Ooh, Amy, that would be cool. Maybe I can get like the plastic skulls and like do a jail and put like a skeleton and like a skull behind it. That would be so cool. Oh, Donna, I'm glad you're getting better, little by little. Right? Doesn't that look neat? It totally dried like that. I just want to make sure there's no wet spots. So now we're going to use, let me move my palette off. And I need to find my stencil. Okay, here we go. This is the Starry Night stencil. So, let me just get this down on here. This is a little bit wonky from heating it, so I don't know how good this is going to stick. But let's see. Isn't that neat? It's spooky ooky, just the way I like it. And we're going to get some stars on here. So, I'm going to put this on like that. Thank you, Donna. This was Blue Violet Chroma Mist. And then I put water, then Blue Violet, and then some Green Glow, the neon color. Now I'm going to use some Galaxy Glitter Glaze. And we're going to just put some stars kind of trickling down from the top. Oh my gosh. I love how this stuff smells. Have you guys like sniffed the glitter glaze? It smells so good. It's like, it's okay to sniff glue. It's okay to sniff the glitter glaze because it smells delicious. Okay. So, let's see. Okay, this is our top up here. I'm not going to go all the way down with the stars, and I'm going to keep it a little thin because I want to make sure it dries in time for us to put the card together, but we can always go back and heat it with the heat gun. Okay, and then I'm just gonna move it over just to get some sparkly on here. As good as elementary school paste, it's better. Because it's scented. Have you guys noticed that? Am I the only one that like sniffs everything when I open it or when it's new? It's like it smells flowery. Darren, all you need for trunk or treat is a white van, a mullet, and a bad mustache and a sign that says free candy. I have to tell you how hilarious that is. Because my son is like obsessed with the whole white van thing. And even the other day, my husband Freddie's like, what's with Lucas and the white van? I'm like, I don't know. He's like, every time he sees a van, he's like, ooh, creepy van, creepy van. My son would love that idea. He's definitely at that, like, so he's 12, he's going to be 13. I mean, Darren, you guys know, you have boys. And he's just at that phase of like, just everything is like awkwardly funny. And he thinks it's funny to like, you know, throw silly numbers. And he thinks that like we don't know what they mean. You know, like when we were talking about his inmate costume, I'm sure you guys can use your imagination as to what numbers he was suggesting to make, like, what inmate he could be. And he says them like he thinks that we don't know what they mean. And I'm like, really, dude? Really? Come on. Like, we're not dumb. Okay, so we got some sparkly stars. So I'm going to set this aside so that dries. And I've just kept I have a basin next to me with just a little bit of dish soap and water. And I throw my stencil and my palette knife in there so I don't have to worry about that. I'm going to clean this off with some matte mist, which I'm running a little bit low on that. Okay. I started keeping like a list in my phone because, you know, come Black Friday, the sales, and you know Brutus Monroe always has their big Black Friday sale. So I'm like, I'm going to start jotting down all the things that I need. Okay. Set that aside and let's go back to our spooky ooky potion bottles because I just like to say spooky ooky. Okay, so I have a couple of different ideas. This is my my little like doodad basket here. A lot of things that have come in inspiration boxes or ATC kits. So I thought maybe one of the greens, I could use this green, neon green chroma pen. I thought maybe one could have glitter. I want to put embossing powder. So I'm going to start, let me grab my embossing powder basket. Oh, I even have like neon green embossing powder too. All right, let's see. How about Fabulous Flamingo on the pink bottle? What do you guys think about that? And then I was thinking I have the Violet Frost. We'll do that on the purple. So let's try those two. Put this down. Okay, and I'm just going to take a moment to make sure that all of my aqua pigments are closed tightly because Darren, you know why. Shannon, you know why too. You guys were here the day the purple spilled over. I don't know if Candy's here, but she was here too. I knocked a whole bottle of purple aqua pigment right over. Okay. So now, if you see the etched lines, you can line them right up with the bottle, and then you have your little area in there. So let me grab my embossing ink. Oh, I can't get my little, oh, there we go. Okay. So we're going to do pink on the pink bottle. And get my embossing buddy. Guys, look what I remember. I never remember this. Yes, it was a sad, sad day, Darren. It was sad. I knocked that thing clear across the table and I was like, oh gosh, it had to be my favorite color, right? Of all colors, why did it have to be my favorite one? Okay, so we're going to start with the pink. And where's my tape? I just want to make sure that I don't go over the edge. I get excited when I craft and then I start getting a little crazy. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to dab and I'm going to smush it in there. Now we could do all of them with embossing powder because I've got plenty of it, and that might be fun if we did all the different embossing powders. So let's see how it goes. So I'm going to take the pink. This is a Fabulous Flamingo. Oh, look at that with the glitter, right? Whoa! How cool is that? Okay. Let's close this because, you know, do you smush lots of backgrounds so it didn't go to waste? Oh my gosh, Donna, I did not even think of that. You know, I was in the middle of a live, so I just like quickly wiped it up. I didn't even think of that. I could have just grabbed a paper and smushed it in there. I think I was just worried about it not getting on my other, you know, projects and things that I was working on. All right, let's go ahead and heat this. Awesome. There's one. So is Timothy the only person that's dressing up for Halloween? And Amy? Are they my only friends that are dressing up? Nobody else? Come on, guys. There's got to be more of you. Let's do that. What do you guys think of the pink one so far? It looks really cool because it's kind of like shiny. All right, so let's do the purple. And I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just smushing. I'm smushing it in there. And this is Violet Frost. This is one of those ones that like changes colors when the light hits it. It's pretty cool. Oh, I just noticed my dog is curled up under my desk. This poor dog, it's been so nasty and rainy that she's cried a couple of times to go outside. And I open the door and then she just stands there and she looks at me and she looks back outside and she looks at me and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Do you want me to like go out with an umbrella? I don't know. Oh, that looks so cool. What do you guys think so far? You see that? I don't know how well you can see it on camera. This one has glitter. This one is like iridescent-y. I'm thinking this one I'm going to do with the neon green. Let's see. Let me grab a... Oh, you know what else? I could even do glow in the dark, right? I got glow in the dark. All right, let's pick out some colors. We'll do neon green for this one. And let's use vintage glass. What do I have left? Ooh, how about sea sparkle? And, all right, we're going to do neon for that. Vintage glass for this. Sea sparkle for this. I guess I need one for this green. How about the moss? Oh, this is a great way to use all the different embossing powders, right? How fun. Okay, so let's find our... Here's our tall, skinny bottle. Right there. And I'm going to line that up with the etched lines. Did you... I used to when I taught... Oh, I bet, Donna. That must have been fun in the schools. I'm scary enough without a costume. I hear ya. When Lily was in kindergarten, her birthday is October 24th. So she also shares our love of Halloween. So when she was in kindergarten, I surprised her on her birthday. I set it up with the teacher to come into the class and read. And we read Room on the Broom. Yes, Amy, it will be on the YouTube channel. Definitely. So I went into the classroom. I was dressed up as a witch. And I made all little props. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Room on the Broom. It's one of Lily's favorite Halloween stories, books, and they even made like a little movie. It's like this witch flies and she meets all these different characters along the way, and they ask if there's room on the broom for them. So I made a broom, and then what I did, I had all the little characters on these little clips, and as they came along, I'd clip them onto the broom. And then there's one scene in the book, right? You know it, Donna? Oh, so Donna, you might appreciate this. So there's a part of the book where the broom breaks, right? And she puts the pieces in a cauldron and then pulls out like a perfect broom. So I had a little black cauldron, and I had like a good broom in the cauldron. So when the one we were using broke and I put it in the cauldron and I pulled out the good, even her teacher was like, oh my God, that was awesome. It was so much fun. Okay, we got our green one there. Let's go over here for our yellow. Let's My mother-in-law always says, yellow, yellow, kiss a fellow. Okay, that's this one right here. Okay, just trying to line that one up. There we go. Okay, we're almost done. And then we'll cut and put our cards together. I got all my layers ready to go. My card base is ready to go. This is going to be cool. It was really cute. And then I had like Room on the Broom coloring sheets for them. And that was, you were allowed, this was pre-pandemic, so you were allowed to bring food treats. And I think I made like Oreo cookie pops or something like that, or oh no, I might have done little witch hat cookies with like the Hershey Kisses or something. I think that's what I did. It was really cute. I think I missed my calling. I always say I should have been a teacher. Oh, this is a really pretty color. I love that sparkle. All right, we're almost done. 2 more after this. You guys still with me? Any thoughts on potion bottles? Anybody want to go play with potion bottles now? All right. That is really pretty. Okay, so we're going to do moss on this one and sea sparkle on this one. All right. This is so clever. I think this is like one of the cleverest stencils out there. I love it so much. I grabbed this one too because I was thinking maybe of painting a little skull, doing a little skull next to our bottles. I thought that would be cute. I have a feeling I might go a little bit over the hour mark. I apologize. So if it gets long and you need to go, that's okay. I will not be upset. Because I'm crafting right now. And I needed some crafty time. I definitely did. I'm telling you, I've been looking forward to this all day. I made a version of the background. I started painting some of the bottles in. I was like, I can't wait. It was just a crazy day. Okay. I haven't even had dinner yet, but that's okay. My husband took my daughter out, and they're going to bring me back some food. Oh, I don't think I've used this one yet. I don't remember, but that is so cool. Thanks, Timothy. This is fun. You need a bottle with pearl bead eyeballs. Ooh, yeah. Oh my gosh, look at how cool that is. Just want to make sure I heated that. You know, I had an overhead ring light, and it blew. It stopped working, right? And I ordered another one, and I got like 3 months out of that one, and it stopped working again. And I'm like, and there's no way to change the bulb, so I have no overhead ring light right now. And I was just, any of you guys use ring lights? Like, is that normal for it to not last that long? And then you have to buy a whole, like, I mean, I didn't buy a whole new, the arm and everything. I just had bought the light that screws on, but I'm like, I don't want to have to buy it again. Sorry, it's getting a little, the more I heat my paper, the more it curls. Okay, this is the last one. This is our last bottle. Okay, set that aside. And this is Sea Sparkle. I definitely have not used this one yet. Ooh-wee, look at that. That's cool. That has a lot of sparkly glitter in it. Let me just get a brush. See, I was all proud of myself in the beginning for remembering the embossing buddy. And I remembered it that one time. And we did 6 bottles and I remembered it once. I mean, that's still, you know, being ahead of the game. Gotta be honest. Alrighty. Let's heat our last one. Get some of this stuff out of the way. Ooh, I love that. Okay. I'm going to check on our background here and see how that's doing. Yeah, we might need to heat that up a little bit. You know what? Let me put it out of the way so I don't forget and smush it because, you know, that's something I would do. Let me clear up a little bit. Okay. So, this is going to be our card. How to get a glitter layer in there. And a black layer, of course, because that's just me. And then I cut from some of the Brutus Monroe wood grain cardstock. I thought it would be cute to make like a little table to put our potions on, but of course we're going to have our sprayed background. So I'm going to cut some of my bottles. And I'm going to leave a little bit of white on them because, listen, I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I don't have it in me to cut close to the edge. So we're going to do a little white, and it'll make them look like they were die cut. Okay. So is anybody working on anything crafty tonight? I mean, I know it's just a Tuesday, but, you know, to me, a good day to craft is basically any day that ends in Y. Am I right? You guys with me? Did anyone catch the Doodlebug page that Christopher did today? It was so cute. It was like a pocket page, a Doodlebug pocket page. It was adorable. Does anybody do October Daily? I started last year. And I loved it because I did stuff about my decorations and different things, and I never finished it. And now this year, you know, that it's just renovations, I figured this year I'll just finish my October Daily from last year. But I have to tell you, since I love Halloween so much, I love seeing people's October Daily albums. Like, I love to go on YouTube and watch videos of the October Daily. So I was really excited when Christopher did that album today. And, you know, I was watching while I was working, and the phone rang, and I was like, come on, not now. I gotta see this. It was really cool. He was having a blast. Well, it's Halloween. He's a Halloween lover too. So I get that. But yeah, October Daily is fun. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to do it, you know, every day. And so I'm in a group where we're going to be doing December Daily, and I had brought that up that I find it very difficult, especially in December. So one of my friends said that she does not do it every single day. Instead, she does like just different fun things, which I liked that idea better because, like, when I started doing the October Daily, like, you know, there were some days where it was just like, wake up, go to school, go to work, have dinner, nothing exciting. And I felt like it was almost becoming like more stressful to try and figure out a page. So I like the idea of just kind of documenting the fun things, maybe the decorations or maybe the movie. You know, like we all watched Hocus Pocus 2, right? Did everybody watch it already? I don't want to say anything because we did not get to watch it until Sunday night. And so I don't want to spoil it if anybody's on that hasn't watched it yet. Lily told me, I thought this was really cute. She said, Mom, I think that the first movie just had a lot more information. I thought that was cute. I'll tell you a cute story about the first Hocus Pocus. So we watched that one Friday night because she's seen it, but she didn't remember it. I think she might have only been like 4 or 5 when we watched it. So my mom is one of 5 and she has 2 sisters. And she had a cleaning business when I was growing up. And so we're watching the movie, and first my daughter goes, when she first sees Bette Midler's character, she goes, "Mommy, that looks like Auntie." And it was kind of funny because she does kind of look like my aunt a little bit. So I said to her, "Yeah," I said, "that's Auntie. And then the other 2 are Aunt Ro and Grammy." Meaning that Kathy Najimy's character was my mom, and the Sarah Jessica Parker's character was my Aunt Ro. Well, later on in the movie, when Kathy Najimy's character hops on the vacuum cleaner, I thought Lily was going to lose it. She was laughing so hard because we tease my mom because she's like a chronic house cleaner. Like, she loves to clean. And, my kids always have a lot of jokes with that. So she thought that was the funniest thing. She was like, "It is Grammy. She's riding a vacuum." That was very funny. All right, so we're almost done with our little bottles. Now, I was kind of going back and forth today about whether or not I should outline the bottles in black or just erase the pencil lines. I'm still not sure what to do. So for now, I'm going to leave them, and then I'll decide that maybe later, unless you guys have any thoughts on that. And we could do like a white pen and do some highlights, and I don't know. There's my bottles. What do you guys think so far of our bottles with all of our different embossing powders, all of our different potions? Oh, I can't wait to put this card together. This is definitely my favorite time of year to do lives. I love getting to do all the fun Halloween stuff. And then this is what I do. So I make my Halloween cards every year, and then the following year I mail them to my nieces and nephews. So this year I'm mailing out all my cards that I made last year. And then these cards will all get mailed out next year. Thanks, Donna. So fun and easy to make, right? Look at those. Okay, now let's see if this is dry. No. All right, I'm going to grab our background and I'm going to heat it up so we can put our card together. Get my heat it, and let's see if we can make sure that our glitter is dry. I did it kind of thin. Oh yeah. All right, cool. Most of this seems pretty dry. All right, I'm going to set that aside for a minute. I want to do a little bit of... I was going to do a little bit of inking on my table, and I wonder if I should do it on the bottles. I don't know. I don't think so. I think I'm going to leave the bottles. So let's start gluing our layers down. Get my Barely Art glue. Where is my glue? Oh, goodness. Hang on a sec. Oh, okay. It's hiding behind my computer. Excuse my head. There we go. Ah, thanks, Timothy. Okay. I need to put a new piece of foam. This was a trick that I learned from Michael to not lose my, Oh, so you see this brown mark on here? I must have used brown and spilled and not realized, because throughout the day, I found that color on so many different things. I guess probably because on this tabletop, I never noticed it. Okay. So there's our first glitter layer. And then I'm going to put my black right on top of here. Spooky fun. I love it. Maybe I'll put this up on my dresser with my minimal Halloween decorations. My husband, I feel bad. He's like trying to do everything he can just to not make me lose my mind. You know, everything is in boxes and we've literally run out of room to put things, like hide things and pack things, and there's just no more room anywhere. So yeah, I was like, can I just decorate the dresser so that I have some place to see Halloween decorations? And then me and Lily were in the grocery store and they had those small little pumpkins. And I was like, Lily, baby pumpkins. So of course we bought those little tiny pumpkins, which I know they're not really pumpkins, they're gourds, right? But that's okay. Okay, so now this background is going to go on. And I just accidentally hit my computer and lost my feed, so let me just grab that back. Okay. Now let's see, because I don't want to smear my stars. Nope, those guys are good and dry. Awesome. Okay, I don't know what I did, but I messed up my computer, so let me know if you guys can still hear me and see me, because now my video playback is not coming back. I better take a check. Yeah, looks like we're still good. I just can't get it back on the computer. That's okay. Ouch, I just poked myself. Okay, so this is our background. I'm going to put that down. Make sure that is centered. And then I'm just going to do this. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate that because I can't see my playback anymore. For some reason, I lost my connection there. Okay. What do you guys think of the spooky background? Okay, so then our table's going to go like that. I think it's going to overlap a little bit. All right, I'll do that. Ah, thank you, Carmen. So easy to make backgrounds with a chroma mist. I love that stuff. I really do. Like I said, it's fun because depending on what you're spraying it on, you get different effects. I cut out a skinnier piece just to make like a little table. So I'm going to put that like that just to get a little ledge on our table. Okay, now, before we put our bottles down, first let me see if I can refresh this and get my feedback, because that is annoying. All I have is, oh, there we go. Okay, got it back. Okay, so before we put our bottles, I am going to get some Fabulous Fibers, because I love, love, love this stuff. Love this stuff. Right? Isn't that so cool? It kind of like matches with our theme, and I thought it would be fun to put some of this in. Let's see. It's so funny, like whenever I use this stuff, it always ends up all over the place, and it'll be like in my hair, and then I'll go upstairs and my husband will be like, oh, we're using the fibers again. I'm like, yeah, I know, they're all over me. So maybe what I'm gonna do, just to make it easier, is I'm gonna put that like that and then glue our bottles right on top of it. Okay, so now, let's see how I wanna set up the bottles. We gotta break up these, because these are all kind of the same color tones. So maybe we'll do purple, do this guy. That. What do you guys think about that? All right, I'm going to set that aside, and then I'm going to do one more thing. Because I think that we need a skull. Right? We need a skull on here. So let's do bottom row. I'm saying that out loud so that when I go to line this up, I remember. Shannon, the queen of fabulous fibers. I learned it from you, Shannon. I truly did. Hi, Carol. How you doing? Yeah, Shannon, I remember the first time I saw you use them on the live, and I was like, oh, my heavens. What is this stuff? It's even like, I've used it so much, I've had to like replenish my stash. It is good stuff. Okay, I'm just lining up the etching line. Okay, and let's paint this skull in. Okay, my palette went over here. You know what I did forget, but I think it's okay. When I was planning this out today in my head, I was thinking that I was going to want to do some like silver splatters on the background, but I think it's okay with just the stars. Okay, get my water brush. I don't want to have too much black, so. Oh, I hear some noise. Sounds like the crew might be home. Sorry, I grabbed the wrong brush. Oh, Shannon, you're so sweet. It's just like one of those things that I always find so many cool uses for. Hello, hello. Guess who's home?
Hello.
How was your evening?
My evening was awesome.
Say hello to everybody.
Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Do me a favor, bring that upstairs.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
everything is kind of crowded down here.
Yeah.
I'll be up in a little bit. You guys okay?
Yep.
How is it out?
Awesome.
It's awesome out?
Oh, no. Outside. No.
What did Daddy say?
I have no idea.
Oh, the fog. Yeah, the fog was so bad. So I'm sure I've mentioned this a million times before that we live like on the top of a mountain, like literally on the top of a mountain. And oh my God, tonight I had driven Lucas to my parents, and when I was coming up the mountain, oh my God, it was so foggy out. I had said to Fred and Lily, I was like, maybe you guys should just get takeout. Okay. Just threw in some shadows on that, and let's cut that out. And put a spooky ooky skull. Because I think that would look good with our fibers. Oh, I gotta be honest, Shannon, like I'm looking at that and I want to put more fibers because I love them so much. Alrighty. And then we'll put the skull in, and then all we need is a sentiment. I just gotta glue my bottles down. Oh yeah, this guy is gonna be good. And it was really fun just to like draw all those bottles out and then paint them. That was fun. You need a bottle with that glow in the dark stuff. I can't remember it's chroma glaze or not. Both. Yeah, both, Darren. I have it. I have glow in the dark embossing powder and I have the glow in the dark chroma glaze. That would be cool too. Oh, look at that. Right? Oh, maybe let's move him. Let's put him over here by the skinny bottles. We'll put him like right there. What do you guys think? Should we do another skull over here or just one? Let me get my sentiment. I'm going to use the, this is from the Occasional Greetings, the Happy Halloween, because I love like how that's like a spooky font, right? So I thought maybe I'll put that on a strip and we'll put it right up there. And I think I want to do it black and heat emboss it in white. So let me get a piece of black cardstock. Bear with me for a sec. I did not have that one ready. Okay, get some black. And my white embossing powder. And we are almost done. A few more minutes and we will be done. Okay. I need room. I'm just like running out of room to put things. Okay. Did I tell you guys I broke my magnet? See that? It just like snapped. It scared the heck out of me too when that happens. I'll tuck my fibers away because I don't want to lose any of these fibers. I don't want to waste any of them. See, I feel like there's like so many things we could have done with these bottles, right? We could have used glazes, all the different glazes, candy coat. Candy coat would have been really cool inside the bottles. That would have been cool. But for the sake of Alive, it was safer to do the embossing powder because then we would have had to either heat them or wait for all those to dry. But I might have to try that. What was the verdict on another skull? One skull? Or should we add a skull? Or just leave one? Oh my gosh, I see a fiber stuck to my stamp. Now they're going to be everywhere. But that's okay because I love them. I would love like if they came in a big gigantic bag and then when I did my Halloween village I could put them all over the Halloween village. That would be cool. Okay. Take the stamp off so I don't lose it. Okay. I wish I had like a magic cleanup button. I wish one of these potions was a magic cleanup potion that I could sprinkle around my desk to automatically clean up after Alive. Okay. Cut that down in a sec. And let's glue everything down. Okay. Okay. We're on the home stretch, folks. I'm going to glue my bottles down, and then I'm going to add a few little details, and we will be done. use this. Can you keep that down? I don't think that's heavy enough to keep that down. All right, maybe I'll go back and forth. Where's Lily when I need an extra set of hands? Alrighty. I have to tell you guys, now crafters, you guys might understand what I mean. Do you ever like, you have something in your head and you know what you want it to look like, but I mean, for me, it rarely is identical to what's in my head. I have to tell you guys, this is exactly what I pictured in my head. Probably because I had a lot of time to think about it. Like I had come up with the idea with enough time. Often like the day of, I'm still trying to think of an idea of what I want to do. But I came up with this one pretty quick. Like I knew I wanted to use that stencil. So then I was just thinking about it. And I'm like, oh, I could do this and I could do embossing powder and I could make it a table. Okay. Now, could have popped these bottles too, but I don't know. I wasn't feeling popping them tonight for some reason. I am going to put a little bit of chipboard behind our skull though, just to give him a little bit of depth from our bottles. The dog just gave up. She's like, all right, enough craft talk. I'm going upstairs. Okay. Our pink bottle. Make sure I got enough room for my skull in there. Okay, put that on top. And I'm going to cut a little piece of chipboard to put behind the skull, just to give him a little bit of dimension. Anybody got any movie suggestions for me and Lily for tonight? Something Halloween. I'm dying to watch Beetlejuice with the kids. Neither one of my kids have seen Beetlejuice, but we got to do that when my son is home. Okay, we'll put our skull there. Make him a little bit crooked so it looks like he's kind of leaning on the bottle. And then I thought, we got some acrylic bubbles. Let's see what colors. I got all different colors. I'm going to put some green ones. I was thinking googly eyes too. I don't know. I'm putting a googly eye down, but I can put some little bubbles. Just as like some little things that might be sitting on the... Let me get one of these. Like Eye of Newton. That kind of stuff. Maybe we'll go over here. I don't think I like that pink one. There we go. There's like an orangey one. We're almost done. Get my sentiment. I apologize, guys. I know I went a little bit over on time. It's 9:09, but we're just a few minutes from being finished. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I appreciate that. Okay, now it looks like we got some little things sitting on our shelf. And let's cut this out. I'm going to do just like a raggedy kind of spooky-ish cut so it looks kind of spooky, right? Instead of like a straight, perfect cut. I'm just kind of jiggling my scissors. All right. We'll put that in right there. And then we're done. There we go. There's our spooky shelf of potions. What do you guys think? I think I might go in, add a little detail here and there, maybe draw some shines on the bottle. Grab my white pen. We could do that real quick. Just kind of give our bottles a little bit of a shine. What do you guys think? There we go. I love how these bottles look. They're so cool. There we go. So that was really fun. Thanks, Darren. Thanks, Timothy. Thanks, Shannon. We use lots of fun products. A bunch of my favorites. Chroma Mist, Glitter Glaze, Aqua Pigments, embossing powders. Lots of fun stuff. And did all this with stencils. So I hope that you guys liked this and maybe you learned something or picked up a technique and maybe you'll give it a shot. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I always appreciate everybody hanging out and listening to my banter and hearing my stories. It's always fun to have you here. I really enjoy doing this. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. And that's it. I hope everybody has a great night. I will be back again, I believe on the 18th. Yes, I will be back on the 18th. So everybody have a wonderful night, and thanks again. Bye, guys. Oh, Timothy, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Have a great night, guys.